I love horror games. Ever since I was a kid, I enjoyed the thrill of being scared by creepy graphics, sounds, and stories. I played all kinds of horror games, from classics like Silent Hill and Resident Evil, to indie gems like Amnesia and Outlast. I was always looking for the next game that would make me scream and jump out of my seat. That's why I was intrigued when I saw an ad for a new horror game that claimed to be the scariest game ever. The game was called Nightmare, and it had a simple premise. You are trapped in a nightmare world, and you have to find a way to wake up before you die. The ad said that the game was so realistic and immersive that it would make you question your own sanity. It also said that the game was not for the faint of heart, and that it had a warning: play at your own risk. I was curious and excited. I clicked on the link and downloaded the game. It was a small file. I thought that was strange, considering how advanced the game was supposed to be. But I shrugged it off and installed the game. I opened it and saw a black screen with white text that said, "Welcome to Nightmare. Are you ready to face your fears?" I clicked yes, and the game started. I was greeted by a loading screen that showed a distorted image of a face, with red eyes and a twisted smile. The image was accompanied by a creepy tune that sounded like a music box. I felt a chill run down my spine, but I was also eager to see what the game had in store for me. The game loaded, and I found myself in a dark room, with a single light bulb hanging from the ceiling. I looked around, and saw that the room was empty, except for a bed, a door, and a window. The graphics were surprisingly good, and the sound effects were realistic. I could hear the wind howling outside, and the creaking of the floorboards. I felt like I was really there. I checked the controls, and saw that they were simple. I could move with the arrow keys, and interact with objects with the spacebar. I decided to explore the room, and see if I could find any clues or items. I walked over to the bed, and pressed the spacebar. A message popped up, saying, "You don't want to sleep here. You might never wake up." I was confused. Wasn't the point of the game to wake up from the nightmare? Why would sleeping be a bad idea? I walked over to the door. I tried to open it, but it was locked. I pressed the spacebar, and another message appeared, saying, "The door is locked. You need a key." I searched the room again, but I couldn't find anything. Where was the key? I decided to check the window, and see if I could escape that way. I walked over to the window, and looked outside. I gasped. Outside the window, I saw a hellish landscape. The sky was red, and the ground was covered with bones and blood. I saw twisted creatures roaming around, some of them human, some of them not. They were screaming and moaning, and tearing each other apart. I felt sick. What kind of nightmare was this? How did I end up here?